Greetings! Today we are here to review two very important grammar items, two infinitives and gerunds. Before we start, do you remember what is a to infinitive and a gerund? A to infinitive is a verb form formed by using to and the base form of a verb, while a gerund is when we use the ing form of a verb as a noun. As you should already know, some verbs are followed by a to infinitive and some are followed by a gerund. Here are two examples to refresh your memory. I decided to ask for help, which is a use of the to infinitive. I considered asking for help, which is a use of the gerund. In case you have forgotten, here is the list of verbs commonly followed by a to infinitive. These verbs include afford, agree, need, want, and so on. As for gerunds, the verbs include admit, avoid, consider, enjoy, and so on. In the next slide, there will be a question, so get yourself ready. Now, I would like to talk about phrasal verbs instead of the simple verbs from the tables in the previous slides. Do you know what follows most of the phrasal verbs, to infinitives or gerunds? Try to make a sentence using the phrasal verb give up. If you are not sure about the answer, don't worry, because there will be several examples in the following slide. Actually, we use a gerund after prepositions and many phrasal verbs like give up, insist on, and put on. Just look at the following sentences, and you will understand what I mean. My mum insisted on getting me a new shirt. Upon setting up her own label, Victoria quit her full-time job. So now, you should know what follows the phrasal verb give up should be a gerund. By now, you should have mastered the basics for using to infinitives and gerunds. However, some verbs like begin, continue, and start can be followed by either a to infinitive or a gerund without any major difference in meaning. Here, you can listen to three examples. Stephen's t-shirts are a bit tight, but he continues to wear or wearing them. Michael started to make or making his own clothes when he was 16. Danny begins to pack or packing for his trip. The use of either a gerund or a to infinitive in these three sentences is grammatically correct and gives the same meaning. Even though these three words, begin, continue, and start, can be followed by to infinitives or gerunds without any important difference in meaning, they are usually followed by to infinitives when the sentence is in the present continuous tense. Look at the following sentence. She is beginning or starting to dress more formally for work. Apart from noting the above point, you should also be reminded that some verbs like love, hate, like, and prefer are usually followed by a gerund when used in a general sense, whereas A to infinitive is more often used for a particular situation. Here is an example to help you understand. I love designing apps, and I'd love to design a fashion app. Designing apps is the general hobby the speaker has. But by saying to design a fashion app, we know more specific details about his hobby.